apparently the best chess player in all of Hollywood.
Dog-fox hybrid discovered in Brazil.
There's the South Korean mermaids.
And he starts digging, and some of these heads below them are like full body.
They're getting rid of the line officials in tennis.
All you can eat. Is it a gimmick?
Boom, send that to a friend. Oh, I find that funny. Boom, send that.
And like you're all sweating and like red and you're laughing.
Hungry. Dummies. Hungry. Dummies. Hungry. Dummies. It's the Hungry Dummies. Boom.
Joe the Builder.
Tim the Safari Mechanic. This is for the Halloween, you know, a real spooky builder pig. Whereas you're a corrupt safari builder.
I'm just corrupt.
That's real spooky of you to be corrupt.
A corrupt safari cop from Gotham City.
That's terrifying. I would hate to meet a corrupt safari cop.
So, are you in Copenhagen today?
I am not in Copenhagen. I knew you'd think I'm in Copenhagen.
Well, I initially thought Amsterdam, but Lausanne, Paris.
No.
That
You're
would
close.
have made sense.
You're close. You're like you're
France.
No, you're not in France, but I guess you're technically in Europe, but that might be another thrower. What other clues can I give? Yeah.
Kind of like Turkey's a thrower because it's on the edge.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
I don't think there's much clues in this picture, to be honest.
Is it a Latin-based language that they speak there?
Let me quickly check. I don't think so. No, it's not. They do have a certain language, though.
Is it Eastern Europe?
Not Eastern Europe. Wait, I'll give you another clue. It's close to where I'm currently living. Is that
in the UK?
It's not, well, again, not necessarily in the UK, but
is it like an island, one of those Isle of Man or something like that?
Well, you kind of said it, maybe.
Isle of Man?
It's not Isle of Man, no.
Ireland.
It is Ireland. But whereabouts in Ireland do you think?
Northern Ireland.
It's Dublin.
Dublin, right.
I should have used the classic joke where the economy's doing really well there. It's always Dublin. It's also a really bad joke.
That's a pretty good one. I didn't get it at first, but now I've got that. It's a great joke.
Oh, well, basically, I'm in Dublin this week because 'tis the season, Halloween's around, and it originated 2,000 years ago, the Celtic festival of Samhain. I don't know how to pronounce that. Samhain, which, sort of originated around UK, Ireland. Yeah. And so I was like, go to Dublin. I've always wanted to go to Dublin.
It's like a pagan tradition, isn't
it? I believe so. It seems like it's got a lot of history, which I haven't read deeply into.
Okay. Interesting.
But harvest and the start of winter, when the Celts believed the boundary between living and dead was thin, allowing spirits to roam. It's just really ancient and old, as per most of these things, which is pretty cool. You'd think it'd be more of a modern thing, Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought it's a good 500 years old.
Okay.
How old is it?
2,000 years ago, they say.
Oh, 2,000.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah, it's old. Anyway, speaking of old, where are your two friends that you're sitting with?
Well, that's the controversy right there, whether it's old or it's not old.
Okay. So you're in the highlands of, could be South America. It's probably my gut feeling.
No.
Okay.
It's
Is
not.
it an African? Is my second. No.
No.
Then I would also go to Asia next.
I mean, no.
Does that mean it's in Europe?
No. It's not like it's not a continent.
Right.
You had it correct with an island.
Philippines. Could be Papua New Guinea. I'm thinking around there. Okay.
Pacific Ocean.
Fiji? I don't know.
No.
Tonga?
Okay,
No.
I'll give you another clue. So Halloween is a holiday.
Right?
That's your clue.
New Holodonia. Holiday. Holiday. Christmas Island?
Yeah, that's the right thinking.
Is it something island?
It is.
New Year's Island. Festival Island.
Just name the holidays.
Easter Island.
Correct.
I didn't even know Easter Island was a thing. There you go.
Well,
Learning.
also called Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui, which is the people of Easter Island. Rapa Nui.
Yeah, once again, you've picked the smallest place in the world,
But
but it's very
very
important,
significant.
of course.
Yeah. Because if you watched Graham Hancock's
I have not.
episode 2, season 2, sorry, it's unreal. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
This is in episode 2, and yeah,
Nice.
he goes to Rapa Nui, and you know the whole concept of the show. Have you watched season 1?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Younger Dryas period and the ancient civilization that lived before the Younger Dryas. And this is one of the episodes, and he goes to Rapa Nui and shows these heads. I think these heads are currently dated to be 650 years old. And that's because they stand on these not particular heads, but the famous heads are like along the water, and they stand on this pedestal kind of thing. They were able
Nice.
to date the pedestal to 650 years ago. And well, what Graham Hancock comes to say is it possible that the Rapa Nui people actually they arrived to this island by boat? They were Pacific Islanders, travelers. And he was saying, is it possible that they found these heads already here and they actually inherited them and then put them on these pedestals? Because
So
if you go to these mountains, like the ones behind me, there's like
yeah.
these
Oh yeah.
heads everywhere that haven't yet been transported to, the bay. And then he starts digging, and some of these heads below them are like full body structures.
No way. That's
And
so
he's
cool.
saying that it's not possible just over 650 years that much sediment could be built up to completely cover it's just the head. This is something that goes
Yeah.
over thousands of years. And without giving away too much, essentially, it's another case for why this could be the lost art and the lost work of the ancient civilization.
Nice, nice. Well, I was just reading there's 1,000 monumental statues on the island. It's a lot.
Pretty unreal.
Yeah.
Pretty
Like
unreal.
I thought there'd only be like, I don't know, 10, like the 12 apostles or
Oh,
something. I don't know. Like that's
yeah, there's
crazy.
heaps.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's also structures there like rock work that are very similar to say the way that bricks are laid with precision to Göbekli Tepe and
Nice.
Egypt and all that, to say that they're definitely older than these heads. So
Mm.
someone must have been there before.
Sounds like a good episode. It's always so like mysterious, Ooh.
Oh, it's really good. The whole season's unreal.
Yeah, hell yeah. I saw old Keanu Reeves is on it. Which is pretty
Yeah, really random. Really random.
I thought so as well, but he's such a ripper. Like it's something why wouldn't he be involved? Like he's such a cool
Yeah,
dude. But like
he's cool,
random.
but he kind of looks like a dummy in it.
Oh, really?
Like,
There's nothing wrong
because
with
he's
being a
like,
dummy though.
there's nothing wrong with being a
Yeah.
dummy, but I kind of feel like that it's almost as if they made the cuts to make him seem like a dummy.
Oh.
But then I was thinking, no, it probably wasn't the case, and he just had nothing to say. That was
Yeah, yeah.
but random. Probably could have done without him.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. I'll have to see. So this island's off the coast of Chile. So last week, yeah, okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So they believe that it was actually all connected by land, and you could have walked across to this island a long time ago.
So boss. So Younger Dry, I always forget, is that like the Ice Age stuff, the Younger Dry, or that when there was heaps of water or the flood or stuff?
Yeah, global
Okay.
cataclysm that occurred after the Ice Age.
Yeah, okay. And that's like a known, like that happened 100%. That's a fact.
I believe the Younger
Okay.
Dryas is
Okay.
is something that occurred.
Yeah.
It's the debate of whether there was this ancient civilization before it
Yeah.
is
Is that
what's disputed.
is that the beef between the archaeologists and the Hancocks?
Yeah, the so-called experts.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Like that seemed a bit repetitive on the first season from memory, like all their beef, and I'm like, I'm guessing
Oh
it's the
yeah, yeah.
same. Guessing it's the same in season two.
No, he lays low a bit on it
Okay.
now. Like, yeah, but I mean, Graham Hancock always brings that stuff up
Yeah, of
because I
course.
mean, he's been studying this for 30 years, and like, there's a
It's his
whole
life
industry out
work.
there
Yeah.
calling him a conspiracy theorist and an idiot and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
When
Yeah.
there's so much clear evidence to say that in some aspects he's correct.
Mm. Fair enough. It sounds good though. I'm G to watch it.
You should.
Yeah, yeah. I need to take
Um,
this hat off. It's uncomfortable. Boom, back in Dublin.
I couldn't resist to binge The Penguin.
Of course. I'm not
Like,
surprised. I mean,
well, I was trying to wait for all the episodes to come out, but it's just like, oh, I want to watch it, and it's too good. It's so good.
nice, nice. Okay. That's so good. I
Uh,
mean, I always hate
yeah,
it when you have to wait for Abe Shep's like I guess it's
same.
kind of good though. It's kind of like, oh, you can't wait for it to come out, but
Yeah, but it's just so entertaining. You just want to watch it all.
hell yeah.
Really good. Like IMDb scores of 9 in the episode.
That's solid.
Yeah, yeah, really good.
Is it all out now?
No, just up to episode 5. But on episode 2, I made a big call and I haven't, it's not yet confirmed. Oh, actually, I can tell you because so now it's recorded evidence that I've called it.
Nice.
But I
Okay.
wish I told you that I'd called it in episode 2 because we don't know yet. But I'm
Right.
pretty sure the main chick ends up becoming Poison Ivy. Possibly.
Okay. You reckon that's going to be like a big twist?
Maybe. Maybe.
Mm.
I could be wrong.
Was it Nicole Kidman who played Poison Ivy before? Is that right? Or is it someone else? No.
No, it was Uma Thurman.
That's right. Okay. Well,
Nicole Kidman was Catwoman, I think, right?
I don't remember. Maybe she hasn't been in a Batman before.
Yeah, I think she may have been
Oh, she was
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm getting mixed up. Because I watched in Paris this last weekend. Went to Moulin Rouge and stuff, and so we all decided, oh, better
As
watch the
in
Moulin.
the actual show.
We didn't actually sit. Yeah, no. We went outside the Moulin Rouge,
Yeah.
being tourists, and because you were you there with me when we went to Moulin Rouge and Kentucky that time, like 10,
Yeah.
11
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
boss. That was a cool show. As far as I like the concept of being able to eat, watch a really cool show, and just good live
Oh wait,
music.
no, I didn't actually watch the show.
Ah, okay. Well,
I went out.
okay,
Like,
fair enough.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of money, but I think it's a good one-off experience.
Yeah,
But
nice.
anyway, getting back to it, Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge, watched like maybe three-quarters of the movie before going to sleep. Really weird movie. I don't know if you've seen
I
it
haven't
before.
seen it.
No,
No,
like
it's like one of those movies that I should watch.
I think it's got also a high rating, but I think I
Mm.
can't remember who the director is, but he's got this certain way of editing stuff, and it's very cutty and like boom, 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 and like quite trippy. I was like, this is a weird movie. I guess maybe
Mm.
it's like your classic musical, you know? You're like, what's going on here? But it wasn't what I was expecting. But Nicole Goodman's a good actress.
Nicole Goodman.
Nicole Goodman is a great actress. She's a good actress.
Yeah,
That's my movie
I'll,
recommendation of the week, I think.
I'll I'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
I mean I should watch it.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't.
Um,
That's, I guess, part of it.
maybe I spoke about it last week. It's a horror movie that everyone's going wild about. The Substance. Did I speak
Yeah.
about that?
Is that the one with Demi Moore and the
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you did talk about that. Yeah.
That was weird.
They looked
That
really
was
weird.
weird.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not on my watch list. Like,
No, don't watch it.
yeah. Like the trailer was good enough. I was like, oh, okay, this looks cool. But then the way you described it as far as the gore and how weird it got, I'm like, no, definitely not for me.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently Terrifier 3 is next level weird. Yatesy
Terrify,
was te Yatesy was
Terrify
telling me.
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Yatesy into his horror movies as well?
Yeah, well he just likes
Anything?
Yeah,
Terrifier
apparently
3.
thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it's like the most gory movie he's ever seen.
True.
Like they're ripping guts out and
Oh.
throwing them around and wild.
That one we watched at the beach house a while ago, was it called X or something? With like Kid Cudi and
Wasn't the porn star one?
yeah, I can't remember what it was
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
That was pretty
I
gory
think.
with the grandma and stuff. I can't remember what it was
Was
called.
that gory?
I thought it
That
was
was
for
like
me, for
a
mine.
comedy slasher.
It's like a kid's
Someone got a
movie.
paper cut.
Oh, it's a paper cut. Oh. Me crying while you guys are like
Yeah.
laughing, smiling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't it was the chick from John Tucker Must Die was in it.
it's called X. Now I remember it. Yeah,
Is it X? Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Brittany Snow.
2022. Brittany Snow. Yeah, she's in it. You're right.
Yeah. I
Kid
think they
Cudi.
made a prequel for that as well that
Yeah,
came
maybe.
out like more recently.
Yeah, sequel, Maxine. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
To be fair, it only had a budget of 1 million, so not a heap of money, relatively.
Yeah. Well, Terrifier 1 had a budget of 50 grand or something. Yeah, you've seen it.
No way. Terrifier 1. Oh, it looks pretty terrifying. I know the face. Budget 35 grand to 55 grand. That's nuts. Yeah, you guys love these horror films. I guess it's a pretty big genre. I guess people, like I've been noticing it here, people love Halloween. People love holidays, I guess it is, you know? It's like spooky
Yeah.
season. I don't know. I mean, I just used to love going around
Yeah. So
and on an adventure and getting candy and chocolates and stuff. I thought that was the best thing ever. It's fun to dress up. That's about my
obviously.
yeah. Besides that, the
Yeah.
scary stuff, I hate being scared and I hate gore and I hate blood.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's what most people like about Halloween though.
I think some people do. I think people like the scary part of it, like the
Maybe like, I don't know, goths, but like I think most people just like to dress up and get drunk and go to parties.
yeah, I guess so. 15% of the people like the spookiness of it and the scaredness of it.
Maybe.
Surely,
I reckon it's a
surely.
bit high. I reckon
Okay,
it's a bit
okay.
high.
Okay. Like you are surely in
Yeah.
that 15%. You like the scariness of it.
I don't care much for it. I used to care for it
Yeah.
up until it got ridiculous of me trick-or-treating and I was too old to do it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And then I guess as a like
A young adult, a
more
teenager.
a young adult,
Yes.
adolescent, it
Yeah.
was fun to go to parties and
Yeah, yeah.
see people dressed up and look a bit frisky.
Yeah, of course, of
But
course. But yeah, I see what you mean. I guess you get to a certain age where you're not allowed to trick or treat.
no, and then it's
But
boring.
yeah, trick or
Then it's
treating's
and
like
then
trick or treating's like the original pub crawl. Not really. It's like yeah.
it's kind of, and maybe you could make a correlation if you'd like
If you gotta hit,
stripped out
you gotta hit certain houses. You got an adventure. I don't know.
dress up to
Dress
some
up.
extent.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Get on a chocolate high, sugar rush. Get
Yeah.
absolutely drunk on sugar.
I don't think I used to eat my treats during the trick or treating though.
Oh,
Like
definitely
I'd
not. No, no,
come
no.
home,
Oh, and you
stash
get
them in places in my room so that I could have
uh
them throughout the year and then eat
you'd
them.
ration yourself so you wouldn't just pig out and eat the whole.
Always. I've always rationed.
You're a smart man. You're a survivalist. You're a corrupt safari tour guide.
Yeah. And then too, that means you could be like, Mum, can we get some more chocolate? And they'll be like, oh, you've got all these trick or treat. I don't. I've got
Got
they're
none
none.
left. Yeah, yeah. What are you talking about? I got
Close the
nothing.
door.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
so corrupt for that. You
You're
really,
corrupt.
it's such an insult calling someone corrupt.
I don't know.
That's pretty genius. I mean, I just feel like I wanted to try and eat them all, but I'd just be sick. So I just keep my stash and I knew what I had.
Hmm.
But I was just trying to think like what my favorite Halloween treat or thing would be. Like I feel like it'd be pretty rare. I mean, probably be Ferrero Rocher. If you ever got a Ferrero Rocher,
Oh,
you're pretty
that's like a
lucky. That's like,
baller house to get it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I
I
also
remember
remember,
sometimes I got like a $5 note or something, which was pretty gun.
oh, they're giving out money.
Yeah.
Go and buy
Yeah,
your own candy.
yeah. Or sometimes you'd get like or maybe once I got like an actual full-size chocolate bar,
Oh
like a
yeah.
Snickers, but not a fun-size Snickers.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
That was
That
pretty good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Snickers is top tier, I feel. Um, I feel like your average would be around like would be Redskins. I always remember getting heaps of
Oh
Redskins. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
just hurt your teeth. What else?
Yum though.
Oh, but you like
You know
average
what?
lollipops and stuff. Just those terrible candies. You're like, oh, I don't want this.
Chupa chups.
Chupa
Yeah,
Chups are
yeah.
good though, but I'm talking like your shitty lollipops.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
But then, yeah, like fun-sized chocolates sometimes,
yeah.
the good ones.
Fantails are great. You got the
Yeah.
movie facts on them and stuff. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So great.
You know what
Isn't it?
else were really good? Sometimes, again, this is like a luxury, but sometimes you get, what's it, Trelly or something, like the little hamburgers or pizzas.
Oh, they're luxe, but they're so good.
Yeah, yeah.
The hamburgers and pizzas are like, I don't know how they made them so delicious.
They
Like a
were
different
delicious.
type of sugar or something in it. It was just, oh,
Mm,
softness. Yeah. And Maltesers and the fun size that you mentioned. Maltesers are
yeah,
gun.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I think just any fun size. I think that's what my parents used to do. They just get all the fun size and just boom, put them in a bowl and then
Yeah,
you're done. So you get
yeah, yeah.
Crunchies, Snickers, Mars, boom.
Yeah, I
Milky
think that's what my
Ways.
parents got as well.
Yeah.
And Chupa Chups. I think they used to get Chupa
Good
Chups.
time of year. Good time of year. Like I was watching, I think I saw it in, I don't know if you've been watching the Starting Five on Netflix, the
I
NBA sort
haven't.
of
I've
doco.
added it to my
Yeah.
list, but
Yeah. Pretty good. I don't know. Nice insight into the lives of NBA players. What I've learned is, as expected, they're all quite family orientated, which I think is very good. And I guess it really emphasizes how much they're traveling and stuff, which I'm like, it's pretty, look, they're balling out of control, let's be honest. And they're all so young, besides LeBron,
mm,
but LeBron. But anyway, but yeah, they're real family men. And I respect that. It's really cool to see them hanging out with their kids and stuff. But
you'd
they
hope
also,
that's the reality.
oh,
But obviously,
100%.
in front of a camera, they're gonna try.
Yeah. But I guess like I don't know, Anthony Edwards is like 22 years old in it, and he's just had a kid, and I'm like, so young, so crazy. Like Jason Tatum's also so young with a kid.
Yeah.
Cool. It's
But do you
crazy.
think that people also have kids later now because of the financial pressure of it? Like they know that it's expensive
There
to have a
must be a
family?
reason, or maybe I don't know. There's got to be other reasons too.
Oh, I know. One of
But
the
yeah,
reasons though.
but that's definitely surely a big consideration.
Hmm.
And maybe like people still want to. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a financial thing. It's like
But yeah, no, like selfishness obviously as well,
yeah, of
because like
course, yeah,
you wanna travel and live a good life
yeah.
and
But then
stuff
I
like
guess
that.
if you've got the money, you can just travel with your kids.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same. No, of course not. Yeah, from starting five, I saw LeBron was watching Beetlejuice. Already get no, he gets dressed up as Beetlejuice for Halloween.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I'd never seen Beetlejuice. And I feel like it was like a classic, one of these classic movies I've
Yeah.
never seen. Watched it and I was like, this is the weirdest movie. Maybe back in the day, I would have been like,
Yeah.
this is so cool. I don't know. It was good and it's bad. I didn't rate it that highly. I don't see how it's, I mean, I can see it's a classic, but
I
I
remember
don't know.
thinking it was a bit scary as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
But I liked it. But it was
Yeah.
scary.
Hmm.
But the new one came out. I think that's why it's like a thing now.
Oh, I didn't know there's a new one. Maybe I'll have to watch that and get absolutely terrified. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, is that the one? Must be.
I guess so. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
And I was saying to Ness, I was like, don't say it three times. He's bloody gonna come out the
Yeah.
kitchen and get us. Like, I was terrified. Isn't that another thing in school, like saying, is it Biggie in front of the in front of the
Biggie
mirror?
Smalls. It's for South Park.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, Beetlejuice was good. It was good. It was really trippy. Cool animation. Well, not, I don't know if it's animations, but there's yeah, effects and stuff.
Do you follow Forrest Gallante on
I,
Instagram?
I do. Yeah,
Did you see he posted that photo of a dog fox hybrid discovered
I
in Brazil?
I did not. Dog fox
Looks,
hybrid.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it's the first time it's ever been discovered. Like they didn't think it was possible in the past. But now apparently there's a chance to actually reproduce from this dog fox hybrid. So we could see this as a new breed in the future.
Actually, I did see this picture. Yeah, yeah, I did. That is crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's cool, hey?
So they're saying they can reproduce it.
They think they can, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of how I feel about like dingoes and wolves and stuff. They all look very similar.
They do, but
Mm.
like they're
Like I,
smarter,
yeah, yeah. Like I can
wild
see the
dogs.
foxy aspect of it. Very
Yeah,
pointy little
yeah,
nose. That's pretty boss. I saw him like just cuddling up to a bear and feeding it water the other day, old Forrest Gallante.
yeah. He's so
He's
cool.
he is cool.
You
Yeah.
know what else I was thinking? Why do like guys, I do this as well, spit in the urinal. Do you do this?
I think I used to do it slash did it because other guys were doing it. I think it's a whole I don't know, it's like one of those
Placebo kind of.
yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like a sheep mentality. Like, oh, he's done it, I'll do it. Don't even need to, but
Oh, no, I don't think it's I see someone else do it, but it's probably programmed because I feel the need to. Like I get saliva almost in my mouth.
right. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've been doing it in the UK because I feel like the Brit maybe the Brits aren't very spitting people, but I definitely noticed it in Paris. People spitting
Oh yeah.
everywhere. And I was like, it's
Yeah, yeah.
so gross. Like I get it because they're all having ciggies and stuff, but also don't get it. Like in train stations and stuff, I was like, what are you doing? Like
That's gross though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I feel, yeah, I don't know. I remember doing it back in Oz. Yeah, I don't know what the logic is there.
Because it's a convenient, socially acceptable, and sanitary place to spit. But
Hmm.
perhaps we also enjoy the clean feeling of a freshly cleared throat and mouth. Maybe it's a way to break up the silence that occurs between the time you stand at the tank and start the flow of urine.
Ah,
But it's a
it's good.
well-known
It's a
thing
thing.
apparently.
It's a good thought. It's a good thought. I've always,
Yeah, yeah.
you're like, why? And as I said, it's almost like automatic.
It is. It is.
Weird.
Um,
So weird.
weird.
Yeah.
So I have discovered something else with my HRV.
Nice.
A 100% correlation.
That's big.
I started taking creatine a few weeks ago.
Nice. Okay, I've been wanting
Sleep
to
was
ask, yeah.
impacted here and there. And then anyway, but my HRV started dropping. And then wouldn't take it some days because like I'm rushing into work or whatever. And so HRV would go up, but I didn't have like certainty. So I started like testing it as an actual variable, removing it.
Right.
Direct impact onto my HRV, creatine.
Wow.
There's no research, no studies that like say this is a thing. And even some research and studies say it should improve your HRV. But
So that,
then Reddit forums, it's all over. Heaps of people
yeah,
say
yeah. Is HRV obviously impacting your sleep, right?
HRV impacts its overall stress. So yeah, like I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
there's correlation between the two as well.
So it's almost like, because I always think HRV is like your overall body wellness. So, like on Garmin, your body battery. So I'm like, that's what I
No,
think.
no, no. It's different. Different.
Okay.
Body battery is just like your energy expenditure.
Right.
HRV is like an actual one of the
Science.
best signs of your overall health and like stress levels.
Put it into dummy terms. Would you say that basically creatine's not good for you? If we're gonna
Me
go,
as an individual, I think
yeah,
so. But it's
right.
this is yeah, it's an individual trait, it seems
And
like.
you feel like you've been having it long enough. Do you know what I mean? To
Yeah.
like get,
And
yeah.
oh man, it was I was like really good impact from a gym perspective. Getting stronger like
Oh,
within a couple of
nice.
weeks taking it. Also put on like 2.5 kgs probably within a couple of weeks.
I'm guessing that's surely muscle, you'd hope. A bit
Or
of both, but
water.
yeah. Yeah, right, right, right.
But
Because I've always thought about taking it as well, as far as like it seems like it's a popular thing. I've been seeing in all these health
oh
feeds, like
yeah,
it's getting
everywhere. They're like it's the number one thing you should take. It's good for
yeah,
your brain, it's good for everything.
exactly. They sold it to me.
Unfortunately, not for me. It doesn't seem like the
Yeah,
impact's
yeah.
enough.
But it seems like a lot of other people too.
Yeah, like you should try it.
Like what are the I guess
There's
what are
a
the
lot
main
of research.
benefits to it? I always as a kid I always used to think you just bulk up, like just get bigger muscles really.
Yeah,
Uh,
like recovery, strength, but yeah, now there's a lot of it saying towards
Me
your brain
mental,
as
yeah.
well.
Nice. Well, I could give it a try. Could give it a try.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's not as cheap though as it used to be, but it's still pretty cheap.
Do you have to take it in conjunction with protein or just have it?
No. Yeah.
Just a
The main
supplement?
thing is you just got to have a lot of water when you're on it.
Yeah, true. There's another thing I've
Just
been
drink
wanting to
water.
talk to you about. Like, I always want to drink a lot of water, but these days I hate getting up in the middle of the night like
I know.
it drives me nuts. It's my least
Yeah.
favorite thing. 'Cause you know when you're in bed, you're like, I'm awake, but I don't want to go to the bathroom. Like, it just drives me nuts. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to
So
like
over the
stop
last
drinking
year
at 2 p.m. or something like that, but I can't.
at 2 p.m.
I want to have the majority of my water by 2 p.m., like at least 80%.
Oh, that's too like you can push it later than that.
I don't know. Well, it's a goal of mine. Obviously, it's not being reached at all, but
Yeah. But I think there was a Huberman, and I could be wrong on this.
mm,
He was talking about, yeah, if you pee during the night and you drink water, like, yeah, ideally try and not drink before bed.
yeah,
But if you're gonna drink water, sip, don't
yeah,
gulp.
I've heard the sip, which I suck at.
No. Oh, I love a gulp.
Yeah,
Like, oh, like
I'm
smashing
not a
water.
pigeon, you know. Like I want to drink the
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
saying here reducing fluid intake in the evening, 2 to 3 hours before going to bed will help, which is classic. But placebo due to having a drink, eh? Um, big gulp.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like all these things, isn't it? Like phone 2 to 3 hours, water 2 to 3 hours. You just gotta be strict with it,
yeah.
I guess.
That's
But
it.
also probably the pigeon sipping. Gotta take that into account. Still an archer.
A corrupt archer.
You know, you're talking about animals before. I heard in the news the
Hmm.
other day. My favorite, I think, is my favorite animal, the elephant. I found
Hmm.
out that they're left or right trunked. So they've
Oh,
discovered that their trunk has certain wrinkles on one side more than the other, and it determines which side they are.
what
I
does
just
that
thought that,
actually mean? What do you mean? Like, as
I don't know,
in,
it's
do
like
they
almost like
use?
left and right-handed. I don't know. They choose to use their trunk one side more than the other. That's what I determined.
Right. As in, they waver that way more than they waver that
Yeah,
way.
it's a favored side.
Yeah, okay.
I just
Okay.
heard that in the news and they thought it was pretty a big scientific discovery.
Classic UK news.
Yeah, it's big day news. They're getting rid of the line officials in tennis, Hawkeye. So they're changing to Hawkeye. Do you know about this Hawkeye stuff?
No,
It's
no.
all electronic,
Tell me.
basically. It's like AI stuff. So instead of having a physical human on the court being like out, as in trying to look at the line intently with their physical eyes, it's all about technology, calling. So I think nowadays they like players get a chance to challenge the call.
Hmm.
Okay, go to Hawkeye, challenge it, and then they actually check if it was in or out, like by millimeters. But now I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the so Wimbledon are going to replace 300 line judges with artificial intelligence and
Yeah, I
electronic
mean, that makes
system.
sense.
It does make sense. It's the first time in 147-year history. So technology's taken over. Get a new job, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you get.
That's what you get. Got to have better cyborg eyes, really, if you want to
Yeah.
be in the game. Jenna Fischer from The Office, old Pam Beasley.
Hmm. Hmm.
I sadly saw she was receiving breast cancer treatment last December. So hopefully she's on the mend. But
That is
pretty
sad.
sad. Yeah. Good old Pam. I also saw, speaking of Halloween, did you see there's like a clip of this Halloween episode, or it's a Halloween intro to the episode, which didn't get put in the show?
No,
It's like, like, what's his name? Steve Carell. Why don't I blank on his name?
Michael.
Michael, yeah, I thought so. He's got like, a noose. And he's like, oh, and then it's like, don't worry, kids. Self-harm is really bad. Pretty red hot.
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
classic Michael. And old Jim, he's put book on his Facebook. He's like, everyone's like, "What are
Ah,
you
nice.
doing? What are you, book face?" Like, "Oh yes, I am book face, the social media platform of the decade." Anyway,
Yeah,
Squid Game season 2 is coming out.
yeah.
Trailer for
Highly
that.
anticipated.
Yeah, bit of hype behind that. So I was like, look, I still haven't seen season one because it's probably too terrifying and gory for me. But I definitely
No,
should
it's
watch it.
good.
Like it
Yeah,
had
it's a good show.
probably one of the most hyped show of recent times, surely.
Up there,
Yeah.
up there.
Okay.
Netflix
Okay.
does a lot
They
of
got
hype shows though.
yeah. 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 I feel like that one did
Um,
particularly well.
yeah, no, it was really big. I don't know, actually, there's probably more news on it now because this was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The story of these fishermen that got lost out at sea in Russia. Um,
Nice.
uh, a guy with his brother and his nephew, so the brother's
Mm.
son, they were lost out at sea for 2 months. I think weather just changed, went
It's a
out for
long
two
time.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, no food, nothing,
Yeah.
no water. Um, the nephew and the brother died, and when he came, like, got saved, he was just alive, but kept the two bodies in the boat.
So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, either to give them proper burial or also probably to try prove that he didn't kill them.
Right.
Um, but now, yeah, he's like critical condition in the hospital, and now he's probably going to be sued and potentially spend the rest of his life in jail.
For what?
Wild. I guess like negligence, manslaughter, like he didn't have all the protocols to call
Right. Right.
back and
Right.
everything and life jackets and all that.
That's weird. I mean, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. My first thought process there when you told me that is like, how quickly or how long does it take before you get to the carnival? Well, not carnival. What's the word? You
Cannibal.
Carnival. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Too
I
much.
know.
I don't know. Maybe not too. I don't know. But anyway.
I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like, but the thing is, 2 months at sea with corpses that have slowly, like,
Oh
your
yeah.
family died. You've probably lost your mind anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're not a full human anymore at that point.
No. And it's
But
your family. Like it's not
yeah,
just anyone. Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it'd be shit regardless, but yeah, it's
Well,
even
yeah. Of
worse.
course. Of course it would.
Pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of reminds me of the story I read in the news as far as there's these South Korean mermaids that free dive to harvest seafood they're like in their 60s and 70s. It's called a place called Jeju Island. And I was like, that's really
Oh,
cool.
Jeju.
You know it?
My buddy just got back from Jeju this morning.
Oh, cool.
Like a really popular honeymoon spot in
Oh,
South Korea. His girlfriend's from there.
small world, eh? That's cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Kind of like Bali style, like his photos. Like there's surf
Oh
there and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, there's
You wouldn't
mermaids
have
there as
thought,
well. So it seems like the place to be.
as in like just women that can dive. Really
Yeah,
well.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But they got me with the headline mermaids.
Went to Skeggs with Willie and Yatesy last week.
Oh, nice. It looked pretty rowdy.
Wild. Most wild concert I've ever gone to. It was awesome.
Yeah. The videos you
Like,
sent me, like, I just imagine you being there so uncomfortable. Like, get out of my way.
huh?
Stop
No, it was
jumping on me.
great because
Yeah, you
like
get into it.
everyone was going nuts, and no, I was just on the perimeter.
Yeah, yeah,
Like occasionally someone would fly to you and you just kind of launch them
yeah,
out. But
yeah.
yeah, it was awesome, man. Like the best energy concert I've ever
Oh
been
yeah,
to.
hell yeah.
Like
Didn't
everyone's
seem like
going
massive.
nuts. No,
Like,
really like small little venue.
hell yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
I still need to listen to their
Sick.
new stuff, that the Pacific Coast Highway or something. Maybe I listened to a
Yeah,
bit of it, but yeah,
it's really good. It's really
hell
good.
yeah. Did you feel like really old there, or not
Uh,
necessarily?
older for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But yeah, like every song there's a death pit. And like even like the chilled songs,
I was gonna
like
say,
everyone's just boom colliding. People like running up on stage and going "Yeah," and jumping into the crowd and like
oh boss,
anything went. Security didn't stop anything. Like it was sick. In Florida, obviously, was going with the hurricane.
yeah, yeah.
I saw like there was a governor or something that was claiming that it was weather warfare, an engineered hurricane. Did you see that?
I feel like that sounds familiar, or it's
Yeah, pretty wild. Um,
definitely
like that.
conspiracy vibe right there.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that countries have been experimenting with weather warfare for forever is
I didn't
not
know that.
a conspiracy, I reckon. I
Mm,
think there's teams all over and all the big kind of, agencies trying to be able to control the weather for war. But
that's crazy.
the
I'm not
fact,
aware of this. Like, how is that a thing? I don't know. Like, you can control the weather to make it sunny all
yeah,
the time. Like,
yeah, well, that wouldn't be good war though, would it? You want to, God,
Make
slowly kill them with sun cancer over
kill
100
kill them
years.
with happiness. Your
Yeah.
cancer, yes, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it was quite a bizarre claim
Oh,
to
it's
say
yeah,
that the Florida one
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
a engineered hurricane.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, I'm curious how all that stuff's going now. I feel like the news moves on pretty quickly about certain things. I don't know, maybe
No,
it's
I
more
mean, I think they labeled it like a conspiracy kind of theory.
right, right, right. Fair enough.
But it is crazy, like, if to what extent it's possible, it just puts everything under question. Like, any hurricane, could be a geniusly strategic
Tsunami.
move
Yeah.
to cripple an economy and before war, or like,
Flooding, heaps of
climate
rain.
change, the whole thing, like, puts it, you can do war and kind of blame it that it's a, event of climate change. It would be a
Yeah.
crazy world if it's at the level they claim it is, or this
Mm.
particular conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of craziness, I've been wanting to chat to you about all this Muskie, what he's been up to as far as SpaceX relanding these rockets is
That was
from what
sick.
from my understanding, the way they described it, it's like it's putting a pin perfectly or something, or like it's a feather balancing it perfectly. Like it's just practically impossible what they did. And I was like, it's pretty awesome.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And then with all the Tesla stuff, pretty iRobot, as we've,
This,
you know,
like, the
like,
cyber cab and all of that.
yeah, even the
Bit
robots are
small though.
pretty, yeah, yeah.
You'd think if you're gonna make a cab, like an autonomous cab, you'd make it bigger.
I don't know. It does it have to be big? You just make more of them, right? Like they've got those bus ones, didn't they? They have the big buses where they fit heaps of people. Cyber bus. I don't know what it is
Maybe,
called.
maybe.
You didn't see it? The
Yeah.
big.
No, I
It's
didn't
like
see the
a
bus.
no. It's quite cool. Yeah. I mean,
All right.
I thought the robots are pretty trippy, but I guess all these robots that are coming out these days is just getting more and more like, whoa, it's happening.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
wild.
I don't know. I think I'm G'd about it as far as having just a robot in your house. I think it could be.
Yeah,
Could,
I mean, I love my robot vacuum. It's literally the best purchase I made last year. It's so good. Like, it's just such a shit task that now you don't have to do.
And when we talked about it before, I still find it amazing that it actually does a good job.
Really good job.
Yeah,
Really good job.
yeah. And I think one of the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, it's more of a mental thing, but also like I think it's such a key part of life these days is power of word of mouth. It's like all this trending stuff. If you share one thing, then some person shares it to other people, all that stuff. I guess it's word of mouth, really. I've always thought in business is how important that is. Like, who cares about,
Word of mouth. Yeah,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, but like,
Super important.
people seem to care about all this other stuff like marketing and image and all that stuff. It's all about word of mouth.
Yeah, but I think the marketing helps the word of mouth.
Yeah, I guess if you have a good product, it helps.
Like,
It all ties into,
if you have our podcast
yeah,
and if you didn't do the reels or the shorts or anything, that's like
yeah,
marketing for the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
No one would watch this hour-long rubbish
It's
video, Two Idiots.
it's true. But if they shared this podcast, a 1 hour podcast, and that got shared, it's the multiplying effect. It's that birthday paradox you're talking about. It's
Gang,
like if you
gang.
do like if you share to four of your friends and they share to four of their friends and then it just gets shared and shared and shared and shared. And I'm like, surely that's how stuff goes viral. If something's just could be anything. It could be, Charlie bit me. Boom, send that to a friend. Oh, I find that funny. Boom, send that to and it just gets spread across the world. It's wild. It's a simple
It
thing,
is
but
pretty
it's
wild.
wild. Like
It is pretty
it's
wild.
such a powerful thing.
The word of mouth.
As far as if everyone's in the same like mindset, it's like, okay, that was awesome. That was cool. I want to share it. I want to share that to someone. That was funny. Oh, I want to send that. Like if they all find it the same thing and then that person actually just shares it, then they're going to watch it.
Yeah,
Then they're going to send it on. Pass the
pretty wild.
parcel. It's,
I
it's
guess with the internet age, though, it's so easy to do that.
right.
You
But
know what?
people,
If you're thinking that's wild, think about like fairy tales that have been in existence for
yeah,
hundreds of years through word of mouth. The same story repeated
yeah,
in all different continents of the world, through
different
travelers
languages.
and
Yeah, different.
seafarers. That's crazy.
That is crazy. They're the original word of mouth of fairy tales and
Yeah,
nursery rhymes.
yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
sort of picture, but it's also so devastating. You know, TV sets like Seinfeld and stuff. So sad when you see what the actual set looks like in real life. Like, it's just a
Like,
fake room, not a fake living room. It's not even a real living room. Not even a
yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
diner. You're like, It's all just fake. It's all the moon landing. It's just all like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. It
devastating.
is
Like
it is devastating, but it
like I would
makes sense.
it does. I would love to go to yeah, there is the diner in Seinfeld I think you can go to maybe
Oh,
or on the
Mugs, I
outside of
think.
it. But I would love to go to that apartment and sit on that couch or eat a bowl of cereal in the kitchen of Jerry's if you know. But you can't. You can't do that.
Or you could probably go to the set.
Yeah, it was just it's full cardboard. It's not even a real
You're
fridge, probably.
you're it's probably you're more likely to do that in the set than find the apartment where it was filmed and some random tenant let you in. I'm like, could I just have a bowl of cereal?
Yeah, maybe they're really friendly, but
Maybe
it's
to the first
devastating.
5,000 people that ask.
Exactly, exactly. Well, that's what you get if you live in there. I mean, I saw they were selling the Home Alone house.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, sure, you get people knocking on there. Hey, can I come in there and set up booby traps all over your
Steal
house?
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh yeah, I was curious. Have you tried the Messina tubs that have come out in the
Messina
supermarket?
tubs, no. But I
Okay,
did go for a Messina with Trubber on Friday and it was
very
delicious.
nice. Yeah, surprised Trouble liked Messina. I thought he was more of a an eater's man,
He
but I
is,
guess
but we
yeah.
went to
But Messina's still great.
a, a restaurant near Messina.
Nice,
So
very nice. And I'm curious what your theory on what do you think the appropriate age for children to have phones are? Because I was thinking like there's some debate I think in the UK as far as like banning phones at schools and stuff.
hmm
And I was just curious. I'm like, there's got to be a certain age, probably like maybe it's like 15 around that ballpark of like that's when you should, or is that just too restrictive?
yeah, well, I mean, you're preventing them from having some sort of social life as well.
Right, it's true.
I don't know.
It's sad reality that that's their social like, but it is. It's a way of
Yeah, yeah.
communication these days.
Maybe 13, high school.
13. It seems reasonable. Seems reasonable.
But you like restrict their
Yeah,
access.
yeah, yeah. I was watching Boyhood, so I'm watching it at the moment. This movie. Who's in it? I can't remember, but it's basically how the way it's set out. It's like it's such an awesome movie. They set up as a family, and it's just throughout the years how they grow up, and they've literally filmed it over years and years and years.
Oh, that
And
is cool.
yeah, I feel like we watched it at Willie's ages ago. I don't know if you were there, but I don't think I ever finished it. It's like 2 hours 45, but I would. It's kind of
Right.
cool. I'd recommend it. Um, but it was just trippy watching
Yeah.
like the kid at like 14, 15 years old, like he's drinking, smoking, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, so young, but he looks so old. Like, I'm like, just a, I was just
As in
teenage
it's the
years.
same actor, actual
Yeah,
aging throughout.
yeah, yeah. It's wild. It's so cool.
A documentary or a
That's a
movie?
movie.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, but like, it's funny when you watch it as well, like the teenage years of these kids, like, oh, it's so cringy. Like, school life's such a weird part of life. So weird. Like, your
It is.
social interactions, like bullying, all that stuff, like trends, trying to fit in. Like it's so judgmental. And I'm like, that's such a weird thing but it is such a fundamental part of your life. I guess
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
being an old man thinking back now in
Yeah.
hindsight situation.
Granddad. Business of the week. There's called Pet People in Upper Richmond Road, London.
Pet people, Upper Richmond in London. You think you have a pet and you haven't met any people? Go to pet people. They're the people that will fix up your pet. They have toys. They have chow for your dogs. They have everything you could think of. Pet people, Upper Richmond, not Lower Richmond, Upper Richmond. Pet people.
Nice one.
Nice one. Have you heard about Al Pacino's memoir coming out? Probably a
No,
4 out of 10 Al Pacino impression.
2 out of 10.
He's got a memoir coming out. He's 84 years old. He's just had a kid at
hmm
84 years old. I was curious. I found out he doesn't have a Hollywood star, which I thought was a bit strange.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely
you'd think
deserves a star.
surely like,
Yeah.
and then he was saying that Jamie Foxx is apparently the best chess player in all of Hollywood. Which I'm like, wasn't expecting that, but hey, it's a
I
good fact
I
to
could
know.
see it.
Yeah, I
I could
mean,
see it.
I think it maybe just more annoyed me because I'm like, this guy is good at everything. How could he be good at chess as well? He can sing, he can dance, he's like an excellent actor, and now he's a really good chess player.
Do you know why he calls himself Jamie Foxx?
I do not. I think you've told me this before, but I do not recall.
It's like when he used to go around the country trying to get singing gigs in bars, and
Yeah.
he'd call and try to get James Fox, but they wanted like a woman to sing, at the bar.
Ah,
So I realized if you started saying Jamie Fox, then he'd get more spots booked.
such a little thing, and boom,
Mm.
here he is now. Nice. You and your little facts, I love them. They're great. La 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 la.
Ah,
Food
food
discussions
discussions of
of
the
the
podcast.
podcast. Food
Food
discussions
discussions
sessions
of the
of the
podcast.
podcast. Food
Food
discussions
discussions
sessions
of
of the
the
podcast.
podcast.
Boom.
Boom. Nice.
The good old Zoom
Um,
lag has its benefits, I tell you.
yeah, yeah. I got a good one for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Simple one. You're gonna choose forever, olive oil or butter.
Oh, that is a good one. That is really good. I think my instinct is going with butter. That's what
Yeah,
I'm leaning towards. That is what I'm leaning
same.
towards.
I'd definitely butter.
I think just in general, I would use butter more than olive. Like I don't use olive oil very often these days.
Oh, you don't?
No, not really. I know it's a key thing, but I don't. But yeah,
The thing
I'm
is
glad.
like butter burns, right? So like there's a lot of foods that you want some oil, but I would just use more butter if I had to choose butter or olive oil. And butter you can eat it like cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah, butter's more, I think, more well-rounded, I would say, I think.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
use butter in more situations. All right, that was a quick, easy one. Glad we got into agreement there. What a
hmm
first, I think. Which is the best part of a chicken wing, flat or the drum?
I like the drum.
I also like the
I like
drum.
the drum.
Yeah.
It's just easier to eat. There's more meat on it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think it sells itself.
yeah, for
But
sure.
in hot ones, I think a lot of people say the flats. Seems like the more, or like I'm more of a wing person, I like flats. But I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Wing people prefer flats, I think.
yeah, like I'm not even the biggest wing person. I've always not really got the hype around wings. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, they're yum. I mean, they got a lot of skin on them, so they taste
Yeah,
like all the sauce and the
yeah,
spices absorb really well.
it's true. It's like a good snack. I can see that, but I don't know. I don't know. People love them. I just think
People
there's a
do love them.
lot of better parts of the chicken.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a drummy's
Oh, like
unreal.
a yeah, full leg of chicken. They
Yeah,
just have
yeah,
those. I don't know why that's not more of a thing, to be honest.
yeah. I know, I
That's
know. And
actually
they're
weird.
bargain.
Yeah, you can make so
I
much
guess they
profit on
take a
that.
while to cook. Wings are really quick to
Yeah,
cook.
true. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, maybe
Um,
we can get that into a little shop, drummy shop.
all you can eat. Is it a gimmick?
I mean, in retrospect, it kind of is a gimmick, but I think it's a good thing that it exists. I think, are we talking as far as on which side of, or which, like, are we
So,
talking, like, is it profitable? Is it a good business scheme? Is it good for the
just
customer in
is it a
general?
gimmick?
I think I'm
So,
gonna say
okay,
it's
no,
not a
okay.
gimmick. I'm
So
gonna
you're
go with
going
not a
in,
gimmick. Yeah,
right? Yes, I went to I had all you can eat
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Bell's hot chicken.
Nice. Shout out.
$39, all you can eat
You're going.
wings, tenders, coleslaw, chips.
Yeah.
Or you could just get like 4 wings and 2 sides for like, I don't know, $26 or $22 or something.
See, 4 wings doesn't seem like a lot to me in my
No.
so that doesn't seem like best value for the customer.
Yeah.
That's
The 39 seemed like really good value.
yeah.
But after finishing, I realized I would have been pretty content because it's the double wing. It's the
Yeah,
flat
yeah.
and the drummy.
I thought so.
And like I ended up eating so many wings and feeling so uncomfortable. But I would have been pretty content, I reckon, if I just had 4 wings and a coleslaw.
Yeah, it's the classic. It is the classic. And I guess it's also the chips and the coleslaw adds to that. You want to eat some chips and you want to have some coleslaw and that fills you up. That's what they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. Wing,
Yeah.
chips and coleslaw.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So are you saying you think it is a gimmick?
I think so. I think
Okay.
almost all the time it's a gimmick.
Is it because of the fact you feel terrible afterwards because you've eaten so much?
Yeah, like I didn't I would have been comfortable eating less and paying less, but they gimmicked me into paying more and
Mm,
eating and more than I need to eat.
I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. So are we gonna? Should I come onto your side as that it is a gimmick?
I think so.
I think it's got its purpose though. Still,
Okay, give me an example.
like when we used to get all you could eat sushi, I just loved that. You can try all the different sushis. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
great.
it
Like you
was
did,
that one's all right, but it's
you,
the
you'd
the
still feel
quality there's crap.
uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I would probably rather go for the same price and eat good sushi and less of it.
I don't know. I just still think it's got its purpose in the market. I still think it should exist. And therefore, maybe it is then still a gimmick in theory. Thinking about other gimmicks that we think like Halloween, Christmas, are we thinking these are gimmicks?
They're gimmicks,
Yeah.
but they've got their
But
place in the world.
yeah, they're popular,
Yeah,
but they're still a gimmick.
they're still a gimmick.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree.
It's a gimmick.
Gimmick. Is it worth eating extra spicy food as far as the impacts it can have afterwards? I'm specifically talking about the one type of
Yeah,
impact, but yes. Okay. Just so we're on the
the
same page.
toilet
Yes.
impact.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
You
is
think
my
it's
answer.
worth? Okay.
Yes. There's nothing. Oh, it's so good having hot, spicy food. The dopamine that comes out, the laughing, the
Yeah.
flavor, the
Yes.
like
Yeah.
what one spicy poo, and you're telling me it's not worth it.
Oh, I hate this. Like, I don't know. I hate the spicy poo. I don't think it's worth it. But the dopamine, like, I hate extra spicy. I like a bit of spice.
Yeah, no. I think the extra spicy is like
That's
it's
a
too much a
gimmick.
lot of the
That's a
time.
gimmick.
It is a
That
gimmick, but it's got its place.
it does have its place. It's the
It's
entertainment factor.
sometimes it's yeah, it's fun having the hot and like
Yeah.
you're all sweating and like red and you're laughing and
I guess it is
it's
literally
good.
the whole premise of Hot Ones, the show. Like that's what makes it entertaining. Is watching
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. But
And that's a popular show.
oh, very
That
popular.
it's not a gimmick, that show.
No. And they've got, I mean, they discuss the ramifications of the spicy
Mhm.
poop. Like, that's just part of it. So
It
I guess
is.
you just got to sum up if it's worth it. Like, is it worth the fun dopamine? It's like any of these things.
I think it's something that's better shared. Like you wouldn't go extra
Yeah.
spicy by yourself, but like with a few friends, you
Yeah.
get the extra spicy, you sweat, you laugh.
I mean, it almost seems
It's
like
fun.
a drinking situation. Like, you drink, you have your fun at the time, but then at the end, is it worth it? Like the hangover and all that stuff. And you're like,
Oh,
it's
I reckon
maybe it's not on the
but
same
both
level.
go down, yeah, much lower
Yeah,
level.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously,
Like you
drinking's got such an impact. But
yeah, and so does the hangover.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
Yeah.
all right. So you're saying it's got its place, and
It's
it
got its
is generally worth it. So in most instances, you'll be like, yeah, I'll take the really spicy and take the impact.
Oh no, not in most instances.
Okay, okay. So it's
Generally,
not
I'll
always.
get like the say a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go for the 9 out of 10.
See, I'd probably go
But
generally a 5. That's what I would pick on my spice level.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm with, you
Yeah.
know, a
Yeah, yeah.
group,
Have a bit of
like yeah,
fun.
let's do the
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Let's do
Let's
the
add
10.
some chili to the fur.
Yeah.
That's
Like everyone got medium. Oh, there was a few no heats, but mostly
classic.
medium heats. And then me and Yates were
Of
like, let's
course.
get the high heats.
Of course. Was he like sweating and like, ooh.
It actually was like a slow release. Like you eat it
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
hot, but then like a
Yeah.
few minutes later, you go, oh, this is really hot. It's not like an instant because it's like a dry rub rather than the sauce. So
Oh
it's like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, it feels like it takes longer.
Yeah. All right. I guess
All
till
right.
next time, partner.
Till next time.
Oh.
Boom.